बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम प्यारे बच्चों। आज का जो हमारा 11th का क्लास है दैट इज ग्लैंड्यूलर इपिथेलियम। तो ग्लैंड्यूलर इपिथेलियम में जो हमने कल पढ़ा वो पढ़ा था दैट yesterday we talked about the according to the types of the glands or of different types. Now according to the secretion, according to the site of secretion, the glands are of various types. Number one, there are mostly 5 types. Number one, exocrine, endocrine, third paracrine, heterocrine, and mixed organs. Now the first, exocrine glands. According to the site of secretion, you already know that exocrine glands, these are have ducts. These glands are ducts and they produce enzymes. The example includes the all digestive glands, for example intestinal glands, salivary glands, some gastric glands. They all are exocrine glands because they produce enzymes and they have ducts directly pour them outside the tube, that is digestive alimentary canal. So the second is that is endocrine glands. Endocrine glands, they are ductless glands. These are called ductless glands. They produce hormones. Endocrine glands produce hormones and they produce hormones directly inside the blood, into the blood. They don't have ducts. They directly produce inside the blood, into the blood. Example includes various types of endocrine glands such as thyroid glands, parathyroid gland, and their secretion is called hormones. Their secretion is called hormones. And the third one, that's called paracrine glands. Paracrine glands are the glands which produce local hormones. They produce local hormones. They have local effects. For example, paracrine glands which have both endocrine as well as paracrine function. For example, gastrin. Gastrin has a local function inside the stomach. And paracrine glands, they produce mostly acetylcholine, that's the neurotransmitter, acetylcholine, prostaglandins inside the female endocrine system or female reproductive tract. The prostaglandins are released, or acetylcholine is released along the nerves that help in stimulating the impulse from one axon to another dendron. That's called acetylcholine neurotransmitter. And the fourth one, that's called heterocrine glands. Heterocrine glands. These heterocrine glands, they have both endocrine as well as exocrine function. Example includes pancreas. You already know pancreas has 2 types of cells. One is called endocrine cells and second is called exocrine cells. One is called acinus and another are called islets of Langerhans. They have different types of functions. They have ducts as well as ductless. Endocrine function directly or released into the bloodstream, and exocrine function is released into the gastrointestinal tract. That's called pancreatic enzymes. And the last one, that's called mixed organs. Mixed organs are those organs which have cytogenic as well as endocrine function. For example, mixed organs include cytogenic as well as endocrine function. They include gonads, female gonads, male gonads. They have both cytogenic activity as they produce hormones, endocrine function. They also have produced sperms, that's an cytogenic activity. They have both types of, these are called mixed organs. Now according to the endocrine glands, this is the endocrine gland, sorry, this is not paracrine gland. Endocrine glands have different types of groupings. When we talk about the endocrine glands, the cells are having different types of groupings. You will see here that there are 3 types of groupings. One is called clump, second is called cord, and third is called a follicle. These are different types of endocrine gland cells, how they occur inside the endocrine glands. One is called clump. You will see inside the clump there is an that's a capillary. Around the capillary, the cells are clustered. Glandular cells are clustered, and they directly excrete material into the capillary. These are called clumps. And second, they form cords. The cells occur parallel to these capillaries. They are inside the capillaries and they produce direct secretion inside the capillary. These are called cords. And the third one is that's called follicles. The cells form the flower like structure around the capillaries. So these are called follicles. That's all about the today's topic.